You're leaning on my shoulder on my screen. I'm just like, that's so cute.
I can't lean on my on your shoulder on my screen, so I'm just sniffing the back of your neck. Also, hello everyone. Hi Zund. Mwah. Thank you for the take meds redeem. Hi Hina. Mwah. Hi Dark. Hi Lonix. Mwah.
Where was Dark Smooch?
Dark didn't. I'm going in order. Dark didn't redeem a smooch. Okay.
Okay.
I.
Right. I was just like, what?
Hi Faye. Okay. Yeah. Lean over.
I'm trying. I don't know which direction you're in.
Oh! Now I'm a chibi.
Oh my god! You just slammed your crotch into me.
But there you go. Lonix, thank you so much for the resub. 10 months. Oh my god. I can't believe I've been streaming so long already. I appreciate it. Hi Proto.
Illegal.
Proto, mwah. There's your daily forehead smooch.
Every time I like return on my mic from using the mute button, it just goes crazy echoey for no reason.
I have to figure out how to move us around now, wife.
You're thick.
I got a fat head and it's taking up a lot of space.
Are you sure it's not a fat ass?
Well, I guess I could go like this. It's so hard to do this.
Wait, what? Just sit on my booba. Wait, no, wait, no. If you control me, yeah. If you control me, yeah. VTube Studio, I need you to add the next feature. Allow the choice of moving an object to the front or the back.
I can let you control yourself if you want to do it.
Yeah, I can add it myself.
Okay.
I think this is good. Do you need me more to the right?
No, I think that's good. Now I'm just gonna be right here in your arms.
That works. I'm gonna lock myself so that nothing happens.
Alright. Sounds good.
Alright, I have been locked. Never mind, I was not locked. I lied.
I feel lied to. Okay.
Okay. I think I'm locked now. I am. Okay, I am locked.
You gotta stop clicking on the screen. It keeps bringing you forward. Technical difficulties.
I'll minimize.
Alright, I'm gonna lock myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I mean...
I think we're good.
Are you sure about that?
God, I hope so.
Oh man, I wish I had an arm toggle that lets me like pet my wife. Just squish them. Okay, where did we leave off?
We were doing Yako's story, and we were trying to escape from Komagata High. That's where we left off.
I say, because I'm pretty sure the lockout is only in her route, just play her route fully through.
Okay. And, Dark, by the way, how's the volume level and everything? Is all good?
Yeah, you're the louder one on the stream right now, and I can't tell the game though.
The game music, or just in general?
Yeah, let me listen. Game music's good.
Okay. You can still hear you clearly though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, summary of previous events. After Yako acquires the Curse of the Fool's Procession, Mio tries to persuade her to give up on going after the Rite of Resurrection. The effects of other curse echoes are already appearing at the school, so the two hurry to get out of the classroom.
Oh yeah, we were in that scene.
1 a.m. Dun dun dun. Inside Komagata High School. Hey, Mio, what was that just now? Could it be another curse echo different from mine?
I think so, yes. We may have been discovered by another curse bearer.
Oh.
Hmm?
I'm sorry, she looks like she's in the I had to do it to him pose.
Because she's about to do it to him.
What's wrong?
Shh. Someone's there. In that classroom.
What?
That's a bloody doorway.
It's
Something moved inside.
Well... Check it out stealthily.
Roll stealth, wife, roll stealth.
It might be the curse bearer who used that curse echo just now. If we can see who it is, it might help us decide what to do later.
That's true. Okay, be careful. Well, can you see anything?
No, and that makes me way more nervous.
Try and get a look around.
I should have just ignored it.
Looking around is terrifying, huh, wife?
A little bit. There's somebody there.
At least it's... Oh. Huh? Hi, Oblivion!
Hi, Oblivion!
Is that our homeroom teacher, Mr. Junuichi?
Oh god, he's the guy I made sound like this.
Yeah.
Hi, Jonas!
And the person with him is... He told me from class A? What? Oh my, what's going on here?
I don't... I'm like, I don't know. That bastard. He's at it again. I have to kill him. Should we go with our murder route?
I actually don't know what happens here if you go murder.
You want to find out?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not using a controller. You told me to use a controller for this game.
Oh, yeah. I will say, the plot line of her route makes absolutely no sense because she is, like, the final person to play. like, in order to make the story make sense, she's, like, the last person you would pick to play.
That makes sense. But we decided not to.
We were like, I like her! So nothing's gonna make sense for a bit, but, like, you'll start connecting the dots later.
I assume he was doing a bad for her to react like that. I'm sorry.
Why
is he here in the middle of the night with a female student?
It gets explained later, but for her to be reacting that way is a different reason.
Okay.
Yeah. Personal space! Hey.
Die, Mr. Junichi.
That's you, eh?
Oh yeah, sorry. Kate, I'm not here to hack your Genshin. Hi, Neko. How are you?
What about hacking Genshin?
What's this sound?
No, Yako, stop! You'll kill Hitomi too.
I got you this dollar though.
Thank you for the 100 biddies, Neko. That's very sweet. Oh, you're right. I will kill her too.
Ooh, murder hobo to the end. I have to do something. Huh? Hey, over there. Who's there?
I was seen? It didn't work.
Run! Hurry!
Mio! She's too good.
I wonder what this actually changes about the whole story now.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm curious how this progresses now.
Kohei is an English teacher in the homeroom Oh, as an English teacher and the homeroom teacher for class 2C at Komagata High School, he was seen alone with Hitomi Akuda in a classroom late at night by Yako and Mio. Kohei was an honor student and top of his class back in his high school days. The apple of his parents' eyes, he was placed under immense pressure to attend a first rate university. The family's plans came to naught, however, when the pressure caused Kohei to sink into a deep depression and fail his entrance exam. Even at the university he was able to enter, Kohei struggled to keep up with his classes, leaving him a vain but wounded young man. Kohei never aspired to be a teacher, but figured it was the least he could do with his talents. He considers his students to be beneath him, and largely looks down on them all. What a dick.
That's like such a common thing with like when you're in younger schooling things, like middle school, high school, that like a lot of people like to treat you like you're some kind of genius, and then you get hit with the truck of I'm very much average, aren't I?
The
When you go
fucking
to
burnout.
college. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the burnout from the pressure too. Like so generic, but he decided to go the absolute dickhole route.
Yeah. Hitomi Akuda, female, high school student. Hitomi is a rebellious student in Class 2A at Komagata High School. On the rare occasion when she does show up to school, she skips all her classes and spends her time hanging out on the rooftop with her fellow troublemakers. Hitomi is regarded by the teachers as one of the worst offenders among the delinquent students attending Komagata High School. Hitomi was a fairly ordinary student when she started high school. However, trouble at home in her first year had her take a turn for the worse. She began associating with a group of delinquents from other schools with whom she'd wander around town at night to avoid returning home. Warnings from teachers about dress code and conduct violations have fallen on deaf ears, with Hitomi going on reactionary rampages around school with her friends, breaking windows and disrupting classes. Recently, some teachers have taken to using harsher measures and even corporal punishment to correct Hitomi's behavior, but this has only served to exasperate the animosity between Hitomi and the school. Hitomi is widely regarded as the leader of the troublemakers at Komagata High School, but the title does not mean much to her.
Mm.
Interesting. I feel like I'm going to get yelled at by Mio.
He probably. It seems they're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. But Yako, what came over you all of a sudden?
Sorry. Thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. Hello, I'm uncontrollable.
Sometimes I feel like I'm uncontrollable rage.
I wonder what's gotten into me. I can barely even remember what happened. I'm really sorry.
I do think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding.
I'm a little surprised you know Hitomi from Class A.
She tends to stand out a lot.
Gotcha. Well, she certainly does dress like a delinquent, though she barely shows up to school. She was just
I
in a
like how dressing
uniform.
like a. I like how in Japan, dressing as a delinquent is wearing longer skirts. You cover up more delinquency.
Nerd, just gonna be lurking but enjoy stream. Thank you,
Hi,
Ryan. Thank you for the
Ryan.
lurk. But could Mr. Jonichi or Hitomi really be a curse bearer? What's that behind us? I don't like that.
I just noticed it. I was like, "Ugh." I don't know, but we should be careful just in case. Yako,
Hmm?
when I give you the signal, run. Go straight for the entrance. Don't look back, no matter what.
Huh? Why? Did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? What about you, Mio?
I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates.
It's chilling. It's not.
If I'm not there in 10 minutes, go straight home. Okay?
Hi, Rick. Hello, I have to sleep, but enjoy. You both have a great nightly stream.
Hi,
Enjoy the game.
Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
Dang, you could have joined us for a great horror moment. Have a nice sleep time though.
Hold on, there's an ad break right now, so I want to wait for the
Oh,
horror moment.
yeah, 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 yeah. I forget that you can tell when an ad break's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're not subscribed to Cade Corbussy yet.
Ah. Stretch. Stretch.
I look, I have to get up in 6 months. You have to get up in 6 months.
6 months.
You didn't catch the snooze ad. You can snooze the ads.
Oh, 6 hours. That makes a lot more sense.
Dang, I'm like, dang, you must have all the time in the world. Why are you sleeping if you got 6 months to wake
It's
up?
like, sorry, I gotta go hibernate. I'll be back later.
You come back and all of us are like 2.0s and whatnots.
Rex, like, everything's different in the spring.
Everything's different. Where is Faye? Where's Kay? 6 months is just how long I'll snooze my alarm.
And it's okay, Dark. It just happens. We just gotta deal.
I never knew you could even snooze it.
You get like 3 snoozes per stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too
Okay.
much trouble.
We're back.
Alright, we good? Okay. Oh!
Right! Don't look back. Don't look back. I don't like
Good.
that I heard a scream.
She did the thing that you should do when you're in a horror. Do not ever look back.
Yeah. I have to get outside. Let's see. To get the gates, I go by the gym and... Oh, Jesus!
What are you doing, miss?
Fuck!
You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you
Th-
know what time it is?
Thank you for the lurk, Phantom. Oh, Mr. Ashimiya.
Well, if it isn't little Yako. Anyways, students ain't supposed to be outside playing around at night.
No, Phantom, it wasn't your lurk, don't worry. Alright.
The bird winning.
Makoto Ashimiya, high school janitor. Makoto is a janitor at Komagata High School. His predecessor was nearing retirement, so he began working as his replacement about 6 months ago. Makoto is popular among the students for his friendly and caring nature, going so far as to remember the names and faces of all those attending the school. He is affectionately known as Old Man Ashimiya. Although he appears to be a simple, amiable man, Makoto's occasional shrewd remarks have led to speculation among students that he may have led a far more interesting life than it seems. Whatever the truth may be, he will be remembered as one of the 7 mysteries of Komagata High School for some time to come.
The man that jump scared you is a 7 mystery to come, apparently.
We got jumped by a man out of nowhere.
I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act out like this.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgot something back in the classroom.
No sass today, huh? Realized you were in the wrong, did ya?
Yes.
Forgot something in the class, huh? You're a piece of work. But you don't have nothing with you.
Oh.
Wait, you do. What's that in your hand?
Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. I, got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me.
Girls these days have some weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on ya. No, wait. I can't let you walk home alone this late. All right, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up.
Uh, but what?
You cannot select that option because you have not done you do not know information to allow it.
Ah, which is the thing I got from trying to curse them. Okay.
I'm trying to curse them? No.
Oh, something. Oh, other knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So either, actually, I don't know. Either this occurred because you tried to curse them, or this occurred because you didn't play another route for the information.
Interesting.
So
I
you
like
can
that.
actually you can swap between the three routes. You don't actually have to go straight through a route and then on to the next. You can play a third of a route, go on to another route. You can jump all around.
Okay. Um, actually, a friend of mine is still inside. I think they'll be here soon.
That's so. Who's your friend?
My classmate, Mio Korusuzu?
Ah, that transfer student? Breaking school rules already, huh? Then take her for the type.
No, I was the one who dragged her here.
Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together.
Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful, though. You don't know what may be there. What an ominous thing to say to the janitor.
What's that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah? I'll be right back.
Don't go in there. You'll probably die to a ghost. What, kid, you good? 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
at the entrance. Bum, 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 bum. Still waiting. She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. I'm starting to get worried. I'm going to take a look. Yikes. 2 a.m. the time I'll probably get to bed.
Don't worry, Rack. You can go to bed soon.
Mio? Are you there?
Uh, um, to the audience. Did we put up trigger warnings?
No, we did not.
Oh shoot, let me type that.
Alright, I'll let you do that real quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, excuse me. Hi, how are you? Hello, hello. How was the rest of your
Mm,
stream last night? I got to catch some of it. It was pretty funny.
there we go.
Okay. Thank you for pinning that.
Yep. All
You're
right.
just in
Here we
time
go.
to see some spooky shit go down. Huh?
I actually never got to see the full scene
Oh
of this.
no.
I never got to see the full scene of this, so this is my first time too. Uh-huh.
Mio! What? Mio? What happened? Where did I go wrong this time?
I want you to notice, wife, that how she died.
I know. She's missing half of her body, or at least one of her leg. I left her alone with a curse bearer.
She's
Mio!
missing a leg and an arm.
I'm sorry. The truth is, I'm dead too.
Yup, there goes your leg and arm. Dios
Dios
mío!
mio!
That was my first time getting to see that scene.
Witness the death of
Once.
Yako Sakazaki. My, Cafe, you seem to have arrived at a less than favorable result. But this was bound to happen. There's someone who must not be trusted. Once you have an idea, he'll be sure to come back. I'm sure you'll see what you need to do differently. Incomplete for now.
Yup.
Alright, was that the part I could be locked out of?
So, yes, you could have so not yet actually. It is further down this route. There is a specific scene that you can get locked out of because of the
Oh.
way to solve it. So you can be
Okay.
locked out of a specific bad end because you could end up accidentally solving the bad end's thing before you can actually get the bad end.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you want me to end up like spoiling in a way where I tell you whose route to go for next so that you can avoid locking yourself at that bad end.
No, I mean, I thought I was just going to continue again and try a different option. Why are
Oh
you so
yeah, go for
small
that.
today? I got turned into my chibi model. I can switch back, though.
Oh, actually, yeah, try that. I wonder if that actually allows you to continue, or if it's like a lockout. Start
I
from
think
after leaving
beginning
classroom.
after leaving classroom? Or is
Yeah,
this...
after leaving classroom, because that's when you bump into. Yeah, that's where you
Mm,
bump into them. That's where we started today.
no, this is after we ran away.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Oh, dang, we have to start from the beginning. Okay.
Do, do, do.
Boop boop boop.
It's fine. We're just going to mash through this dialogue real quick to get back to the choice.
You got this.
So, it's either the student, the teacher, or the janitor has a curse stone.
Yeah. One of them can't be trusted.
So it's like when you think you're trying to go for the secrets but accidentally went the right way and can't go back for secrets.
Yeah, that. It's the only time that this occurs, though, so.
I'm wondering if we can do this and just not get caught this time.
That's also an option.
Let's try it.
Wasn't it to, like, choose not to murder Hobo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Rize! I'm
Iris!
also curious to see if like her rage will overcome her on her own without me doing anything.
Yeah, similar to how, like, Shogo, how he kills regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, we did all this.
Yeah.
That bastard.
That bastard!
He's at it again.
Oh my god.
I won't let him get away with this.
What?
The curse. I could kill him with it.
No, Yako, you can't use the curse stone. What's gotten into you? Resist it.
Oh no, they notice us here. Who's
they?
there? Is
Someone
someone there? Okay, so we just have to try to leave completely.
Logos
Yeah.
minted.
Hi, Sue.
So,
Alright. We'll go back to the...
so you better not spoil nothing for you.
It looks like I closed it so Sue couldn't see it.
Good. Testing sound redeems. I
I'm
think
out.
it's still broken.
Oh wait, the sound redeems aren't broken.
They're not? Okay.
I heard it.
Alright. I'm just deaf. Alright. Time to just say fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Let's go, Mio. Let's take my hand, Mio. We gotta leave. Let's just get the hell out of here. Ignore and
Yeetus.
proceed. 1 a.m. The time I'll forget I need to go to sleep. We don't need to check it out, right? Let's hurry and get out of here.
You can go to sleep now, Rick. Maybe. The person who used that curse stone echo may be in there. I think Mio forces you to do this scene. If we could just see who it is, it could help us later.
Alright, okay. Just a glimpse. Be careful. God
Okay,
damn it, Mio.
it's gonna do the same thing. Kaze!
Hi, Kaze!
Yeah, okay, it's gonna do the same thing. So
Yeah.
that's the end of this route, regardless.
Alright, back to the story chart.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Your choice.
Let's see. Do we want to talk to the weird detective or the young detective? Oblivion.
Honestly.
Mwah. Let's go this way. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, first investigative First Investigative Division is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with his subordinate Jun Ario. Good night, Rek. Sleep well. You require forehead kiss? Did I not give you yours? I'm sorry, Kaze. Mwah.
Oblivion just redeemed too.
I did get Oblivions, I know that.
Uh, really? That's just winter for me. Whoop.
You're welcome, Kaze. Rize, mwah. There's your forehead smooch as well.
It was such a good smooch, Rize. You should feel lucky. I'm pretty sure this is you,
Oh wait, this
right?
is this is him?
Huh? Ariel?
Oh, is he the okay.
No,
Hey,
no, 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 no. No, I just like when we split it, right? I thought you were going Ariel and I was going
oh, so
Tetsumi.
you're gonna be the main character this time. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, we can swap over if you want.
It's up
That
to
would make
you.
more sense.
You
Your
sleep well
choice.
too.
He has, I think, like the most lines in this entire game.
Okay. Oh, Ario or
No, no, the main character of this one has the most
okay.
lines.
By the way,
Mhm.
Faye, still need a little calc help, but before the help, enjoy the game. All right, so
Um,
this would be you then.
depends on. Let me check as well. Okay, you go for that?
Yeah.
Because, Rick, if it takes me too long to be able to help, I don't think I can. I don't think I know the power rule. Uh, Wait, how do I even voice him?
Is is this the young guy
How
or
did
is
you,
this?
yeah, this is a young guy. How did you voice him? I'm trying to see, like, how should I go about him?
I don't remember anything but voicing him with the
Yeah,
except with the duck lips.
yeah. Hey, boss. Forensics all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened.
I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. I'm grumpy.
You'd be, su- oh yeah, you'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you know that, boss?
Sounds stupid.
Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is.
Yeah, I could tell you. I'll bust out some crime.
I love like crime K dramas that do that, like where you talk to spirits and ghosts. The murder mystery K dramas. Oh, I love those.
Let's
They're
do a
so
buddy
good.
cop movie, Faye.
I want you to watch a. I want you to watch a honestly a ghost related murder mystery K-pop drama. It's so good. I think it's the one I recommend everybody. It
I'll be
just should catch
interested.
you.
Somehow I doubt it'd be that simple.
Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into the spirit board thing these days.
You don't want to try doing it with the little pursed lips?
Fine. Oh, you know, I've heard the high school girls are really into the spirit board thing these days. As you can see, I cannot actually do a duck lip. Supposedly, you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something?
You can try it out yourself if you're so interested.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss.
What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're gonna solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper?
Sounds like you know all about it. We've got to be open-minded. But that's how police work is gonna be from now on. What if that's how police work is gonna be from now on?
Don't make me laugh. Listen up, Ario. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult.
I don't care if that was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever, whatever it was that did this, I'll get them. I promise you that.
Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Biases weaken our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else.
Hi, boss. So, now that we finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know.
Now, it's getting late. I figured we'd head straight back home. I figured we'd head straight home from here.
Come on, we've got to go all over all the info we've gathered. You missed leg arm chop. That
Nah, he was here for that. All you missed was
all right.
apparently Ario's friend had also died from a strange occurrence that is probably related to these deaths.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. And whatever place to do that, what better place to do that? Oh my God, dyslexia. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime where we can soak up the atmosphere?
Soak up the
I don't.
atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up?
I like how I'm like slowly devolving into I think like Xiao's lament.
You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this.
Wait, you mean somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way.
Hi, Sinu! Keeper Raid! Keeper Raid! Hello!
Wow!
How are
Oh,
you?
Exino!
Welcome
Hello.
in, Raiders! Hello, hello!
Mewtuna, hehe.
Are you guys having fun? We're having a lot of fun.
Oh my god.
I love how spooky this game is so far. Ah, the clip is bugging out again, but I'm
Oh
sorry.
no.
It's okay. We'll just vibe with it. How was
Wait.
Minecraft?
Welcome to hell, bitch.
Here, let me switch back to my normal form. Say hello.
Parasites?
Oh, hello, wife. Your house got destroyed? Parasites?
Oh, hello, wife.
What is...
I'm sniffing. Let me sniff your veil real quick. Ah.
There you go. Your hidey hole got destroyed? Everything you love died? What
Oh,
happened? It sounds like a tragedy. What went wrong?
no. What happened? A tragedy.
A tragedy!
Oh.
There was this flying creature infection thing that just raided everything I loved. Everything got destroyed in one single heart-wrenching moment. I gotta go back and see that.
Welcome to hell, bitch.
But Nazora and Dumb Dog Barking, thank you so much for the follows, boo. I really hope you
Welcome
enjoy your
to
stay here in the
hell,
afterlife
bitch.
with me. Mewtuna, also thank you so much for the follow, boo. I really appreciate it. Raiders, for those of you don't I can't speak. For those of you who don't know, my name is Cade. I'm a ghost VTuber. I play a variety of games from spooky to action to story based to whatever. On Monday nights, Faye and I usually swap between our two channels to play something like spooky, like a horror story, like an old horror RPG, or something of the matter. This is Faye. She's my lovely VTuber wife. She's a snick.
Hello.
I would
Have
also
proof that I'm Snick.
and right now we're playing through Paranormasight, which is one of her all-time favorite games, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
I have been shoving it down people's throats.
And now it has been shoved down my throat.
Yes. Oh yeah, I have a snoodle, but I'm not about to whip her out.
Ugh. But thank you so much, Sainu. We love Sainu too. Sainu's so cool. So funky fresh. I came back to the I came back to the game screen to see his look of disbelief. And I'm like,
Did
so
you just say funky fresh?
did you fucking say funky I did say funky fresh, okay? I don't know. When I try to compliment people, I panic and word vomit just comes out.
It starts reverting to the 60s in the 1960s lingua.
Sinus funky fresh, Cade's groovy and face stellar.
Oh no!
You still got some work to do, so you'll lurk for a bit, but I hope you have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Sinu. I really
I
appreciate
hope
the
you
raid
enjoyed the
again.
lurk.
Yes, and thank you for the lurk. Alright. Did you read this? I don't remember.
Yes, I did.
Okay, your blood pumping. No.
Right.
Don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes!
Right.
Cripes. Ugh, fine. Let's get this over with.
Hi, boss. Lament.
Surroundings.
The former Yasuda Gardens here, and you'll call me Ichomi? Ikomi? Fuck it. Were originally built as part of Daimyo's estate back in the Edo period.
Won't it be crazy when you play this with Sue and she'll be able to tell you how everything's pronounced?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be enlightened. I'm gonna also like be terrified to actually read it next to her because you know, I'd be like, I'm so sorry to disclaimer, I'm gonna butcher the hell out of the language. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it.
Anything else I can look at in the surroundings? For the first time in a while. Oh.
A head that's gonna suddenly appear out of
I know. Is there anyone behind me again?
This pond, they say, used to flow into the Sumida River. But the river became so polluted that they cut it off.
Interesting.
That's actually true. The Sumida River pollution, it's real.
That's sad.
Yeah, if you look up photos of the Sumida River pollution, it is so bad.
I've got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong.
My gut is my gut.
I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. Okay, same thing.
Dang, you might be checking me out, boss.
Jun Ario, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. First investigation. I can't say investigative. First try tonight. First investigative division. His rank is sergeant.
I'm a sergeant.
Really? You look so young.
I know, right?
This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him.
My childhood innocence.
About me.
But either way, I'm still glad you're back in the first division, boss. About me. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place.
Ugh, yeah. About that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but...
Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. Still getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us. It's a dream come true.
Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it?
What is it?
If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect.
Huh? I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going to see now, boss.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you run your mouth like that!
It's getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon.
Yeah, I get it. He's funny. He cracks me up. Keep talking about me.
I've been wowed by your shrewd detective abilities all day today.
Oh, really? Funny. I've been wowed by you, too. Oh, really? Oh, okay. It didn't...
Huh. Maybe later when you do another information. So
Yeah.
early in the morning yesterday, staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead.
Okay. So he looks like he died of a heart attack, almost. Fear?
Well,
Perhaps?
actually, late down. Okay, you're right. That is a heart. I'm here like, oh, give me a moment. I gotta make sure that's his left side. Did you know that your heart is more in the center and towards your left side?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, right side. One side or the other, but it's more so in the center than your right side that most people think it is. Or your left, one or the other. It's in the center.
Huh.
Anyways. Ugh. The more you know. Now you know how to puncture someone's heart. Right, and called the police when they realized he was dead.
Okay, anyway.
Well, there was no obvious external wounds. The fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that it was murder. The Samita office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. All we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved.
Okay.
I think that about sums things up.
About the victim again.
The victim is Hajime Yoshimi, of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau, 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles in education. His rank was senior police officer.
You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like?
Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation.
Sounds like we lost a good one.
Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but
It's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling.
he didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much, he had the most unfinished paperwork, too. I always felt we need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases.
Alright. Hajime Yoshimi, male, community safety officer, curse echo none. Hajime was a police officer with the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau and was primarily responsible for juvenile and education cases. He held the rank of head patrol officer and entered the force at the same time as Jun Ario. Hajime was found dead under mysterious circumstances at the former Yasuda Gardens early in the morning yesterday. Once a rebellious gang member himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experiences to connect with troubled youth as a police officer. While his appearance and demeanor suggested a man who was rough around the edges, he was a passionate, loyal, and caring man at heart, looked up to as a big brother by his peers. Yoshimi achieved stellar results in his work with juvenile cases, but his consistently sloppy paperwork and less than formal attitude essentially doomed his career and had him writing formal apologies on the regular, which only just gave him more paperwork to do. He left behind a fiancée whom he had been dating since high school. Hi, How. Mwah. There's your forehead
I like how
smooch.
Ariel describes him as single, but he has a fiance.
Yeah. Interesting, actually. That's weird. Don't worry. You're plenty unusual yourself.
Me? I was the most normal of my classmates.
Oh god, we have a lot of bad ones coming.
Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago.
There was one even weirder than you? Interesting. Can I think about things? Okay. No, same thoughts. Jesus Christ. Anything else about me? No. Okay. Just making. I don't want to read about this around. Fuck! Sorry, I'm breaking down.
Anything else about the victim?
Yeah.
Hajime was quite a bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously.
That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes you want to have a drink in his honor.
Please, don't make fun of my dead friend.
Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field.
You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die.
I didn't think he was making fun of him. But maybe I don't understand tone very well.
Ariel's a special case. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss.
Eh.
Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale.
Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes.
I can already see it. Ariel, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed?
I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours.
Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait.
You can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid! Sheesh. You really are some... Sheesh! You really are something.
Thank you.
What about the victim's family?
The Yoshimi family is from Kitsusenju in Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted.
And he lived there alone?
It looked like the home of an old noble family, but it was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that.
There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated.
That's a bias too.
It's true.
He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk. So I don't know much about it. I actually didn't know this detail before. Oh, one more thing. Oh, Alzak.
Alzak! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello, hello! How are you? How was Overwatch?
Oh. Oh. Give me something good.
Raid!
Oh.
Raid!
Okay.
The bug spray?
The Prince of Raid, the bug spray? I don't know. But Alzak, how have you been?
How did that work?
Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna get a drink.
Oh,
you
yeah,
have the
I'm
drink
like
with
taking
me.
it. Yeah, I'm taking a sip too.
Take a sip. But hi, readers! Thank you for joining us. My name's Cade. I'm a ghost VTuber. I play a variety of games, and they range from spooky to adventure to action. And usually on Mondays, I play games with my VTuber wife, by Fayan, who's this lovely snick next to me. And right now we're playing Paranormacite. I've come for stream and conquest. Give me your stream. It's right here.
Here you go. It's part of the prenup.
Part of the prenup.
Yeah. Our streams have to get written in the prenup.
That's fair enough. Fair.
Mm-hmm. So, I get Kaze in the prenup, yeah?
What? My headset's dying. 1 second.
Oh no.
Okay, it's fine. I just unplugged my controller and plugged it into my headset. Okay.
We love multi-purpose USBs. Yeah, my wife is really stretching her head into me right now. This will be Taco Bell's all over again. No, you don't get your $5 Crunchwrap Supreme. Not tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hold on, there's
Yeah?
there's an ad break, so I'm just waiting.
Do you think I can make an entire turkey wrap within an ad break?
Yeah, go for it. You got a minute. Go, 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 go! Turkey wrap, turkey wrap! I'll be honestly really impressed if she comes back in time. How's everyone doing right now? Everyone being cool? Cool as a cucumber? See, this is what I mean. I can't talk to humans normally. I can't even... help. Have some emotes. You've been trying to snooze the ads a bit, but damn, that 3 limit is limiting. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's better to, like, save them for, like, when... I guess, like, when we can. Here, Cade, I'll be a doggo for you to talk to. Bark, bark, arf, arf, bark, arf, awoo. Thank you, Oblivion. The ads are over, Rec? Alright, well, we still have to wait for Faye to come back with her turkey wrap. It says that it'll be back in 12 seconds for me. Bark, welcome. Bam, 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 bam. I don't know. I always, like, wonder, like, is it better to, like, keep pre-roll ads off, or, like... I honestly don't know. Streamer problems. It's really rough, to be honest. Yeah. 'Cause, like... Yeah, exactly. Like, if I don't have ads, then we get pre-roll ads, and then people leave before they, like, join the stream. But then if I do have, like, a certain... Then it interrupts, like, people who are already here. It's annoying. Faye, come back with your turkey wrap. No. Okay. What did I do? How did I... Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just breaking things on my side. Don't mind me. Alright, this is Faye's line when she returns. Alright, Dark. I hope so.
Question, Mike.
Huh?
I have a question.
What?
How the hell do you open a security button?
A security button?
Yep.
On, like, what?
A bottle.
A bottle? By opening the bottle?
Yeah, but like it says there's a security button, but I can't open my jar. My jar.
Like a jar of, like, condiment of, like,
Salsa.
salsa? Like, it should just be like you have to, like, open it.
I'm trying. I want to open.
You could try running it under hot water.
I'm sorry, Dark. I think something serious is happening with you, and I came crying about a jar. Be right.
No, you're good. We were just talking about Twitch ads. Oh, I think she's gone again. She's she's fighting Salsa right now. Oh yeah, I was gonna show everyone the new video that Dark edited because Faye wanted to see it. But I still can't do that because Faye's still gone. You need to see Faye's reaction. I hope she enjoys it. Let's see. In the meantime, what can we do? I think it's time to put things on Faye while she's gone. Is this a mean thing to do? Maybe. Maybe. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Which button? Oh, that button rotates. Okay. It's happening again. So I got nothing else to do while I wait. So, this is what we're doing. Let's see. This is art. Did you put that Cade head slapper gif in VTube? Oh no, I haven't yet. Oh, she's back! She's back!
I saw that.
You saw nothing.
I'm seeing it right now.
You're not seeing it. You're not. It's not there. And we just,
So what I did was I cavemanned it, slammed it against the table until it opened.
I thought you were gonna say I cavemanned it, and you just shattered the jar of and like put it in a new container.
There was a chance that I may or may not have shattered the glass.
Wait, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. Are you ready to continue?
This rap is mid.
For all the work you put into it, it's just mid.
It's mid. It's okay. It's I.
Ario's finally bringing up the fact that the guy was engaged.
You called him single a moment ago.
I know.
Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiance ever since they were in school, over 10 years, and yet he was single?
Yeah, I don't get it.
They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? You showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman.
That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there'd be anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her.
Yeah, his fiance may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow.
About the victim.
Ah, hey, boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running.
Oh, great. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died?
Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles.
Uh-huh.
The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kawazawa last week.
Ah, yeah. I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second year. Oh, that's you. I don't know why I'm talking. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was me. The girl's name was mythios Shiraisi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had had contact with her even before this incident.
So she'd been troubled for some time.
That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what.
Must have been trouble at home.
That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. You never asked her parents.
There's trouble at home. Let me go ask them at home what the
Exactly.
trouble at home is. What?
And now she's dead!
Then it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then.
He must have been devastated. That's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraisi again. He must have thought about something terrible had happened to drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation.
I see.
I'm also struggling to say investigation.
And you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death. Why do I wear sunglasses at night? I have to keep pulling them down to look into your eyes. We'll have to find out what it
It's
is.
like Beauty's blinding boss.
Jimmy discovered.
Right. Let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow, too.
And what was the other case he was working?
This one is also related to Komagata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be leader of a group of kids who get up to no good.
Juvenile delinquency. Fun.
She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it.
Oh, my controller died.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go with mouse and keyboard then.
Quick, Dark, make a mouse and keyboard tutorial. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months and she was finally starting to open up on it. Then he met with the girl the day he died.
Well, every school's got its problems.
Wouldn't she be the first suspect then?
You think so? But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him.
Right. Just when she finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this.
We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But... we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too.
That's what being a suspect is called. I'm surprised they aren't questioning her already.
Yeah. Also, if you read this, it got cut off.
Oh, yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her.
That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them if they need convincing.
Yeah. I'm sure you prefer me over scary-looking old men like you, boss. He ducks lips a lot.
Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me, at least.
Oh, I thought I was.
You were? Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed.
It's probably just me, actually.
Ah, well, don't think you get away with that with other people.
So anyways, boss.
Were you even listening?
We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow.
Why did I look so mad?
First, the two Kamohara High student cases that Hachiman were handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow.
Alright, case notes. 2 days prior, approximately 11 a.m. Acute heart failure, cause unknown. Signs of a struggle found at the scene, efforts to locate witnesses underway. Body was discovered by the groundskeeper. Currently investigating the fiancé of the deceased and two female students from Komagata High School that the deceased had contact with as persons of interest. Okay.
Which? I don't.
What's
I'm
the second
questioning,
student?
I'm questioning like which curse stone can even do a heart attack. Actually,
It's a good question.
you finally finished the victim. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss?
The hell is wrong with you? Prying into my personal life all of a sudden.
It's just I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single?
Shut it. That's none of your business.
Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though.
How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago.
Huh? So then?
God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up on a guy like you.
Ugh. I was never home much. Too focused on work. They're like, I honestly, it's such a weird, like, you have a very demanding job. You better get married young. Like, that way you have no time for her. What a
That
weird...
way you can create another neglected, dysfunctional family.
I'd come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all.
How sad. Especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first?
It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ario.
You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There ain't... I can't get with the pursed lips. There aren't many who can really understand it, not unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss?
You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense.
Come on, I promise I don't mean this in the way it sounds, but how old is she?
Oh no. Jeez, you just don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. Well, she's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college.
Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady.
Bro! Stop that! What kind of cop are you making faceless assumptions like that?
She's living on her own though, huh? You must worry about her.
Worry? I don't even know where she lives.
Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere.
I would not. I don't think.
Come on now, we both know that's not true.
Listen here.
You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side.
What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. I can still...
So about your daughter! Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nejima murder.
I don't think anyone else here can keep up. To know your history. Oh, you know your history.
To know or not to know.
Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding.
Imagine getting married and then a serial mass murder case occurs.
Yeah.
You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I'd like to thank the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested.
All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy?
It did. We were all terrified.
Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may never have caught him at all.
I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end.
That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have struck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it.
I'm sorry.
The Nejima murders. Overview. A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student. As it appeared to have been severed deliberately, the police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Okay, Dark. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inward slowly and methodically. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Nejima readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse. Although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidence ever came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing. The sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Holy shit.
Yep.
No wonder Boss wants to forget it.
Yep. It's a brutal case.
Alright, that's done. About the occult.
So all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss?
What are you talking about?
This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about.
No, not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere.
Oh, you have? That's surprising.
Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job.
But you don't think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Samita City, so I thought that maybe...
Cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that rite of whatever or that record of fates.
Sounds like you know all about it, because I didn't say shit about the record of fates! Boss, are you secretly into the occult?
Stop that. Seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real.
His
So don't
pucker
go
lips.
hoping for miracles. Got it? What, Faye?
His pucker lip.
I know, you look so disappointed.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
he really said
that
that's
one was
enough.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He really said enough's enough. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done.
Thought it was a cute heart failure.
Yeah, I thought we knew already. From what we've seen, though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. Ah, okay, it's not confirmed.
Okay.
But since he had no record of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved.
Dying in the middle of the park like that? It certainly seems suspicious.
We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We got people trying to identify these prints.
If we could find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out.
I'm sorry, but how do you identify an individual from their footprints?
Shoes?
It's not like, but that's the thing, shoes. Majority of us could be wearing light up sneaker tops at size 7. That doesn't narrow anyone down.
Yeah, unless they're wearing a very specific type of shoe.
Which you would not be doing. The only thing I can think of is barefooted. I'm just like, ain't no way that person's running around barefoot. Footprints is just not a way to identify an individual. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if they were to be the end of it? Wouldn't it be nice if they were wearing a very unique, limited edition Jordans?
Wouldn't it be neat if they had a very normal sized foot?
Size 19!
They were wearing clown shoes, your officer.
The killer was Sora from Kingdom Hearts! The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets. And the money was still there.
So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who'd think to try mugging a cop as big as him.
I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He was buff. He started judo once became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly.
Sounds like the perp would have to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime.
It was John Cena. He didn't see him coming. Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago. Outside the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday.
11 p.m., the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place?
That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours. But it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to go through if he really wanted to. That would be, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss?
How's the buddy cops doing? We're talking about how the victim died. We also talked about a really fucked up case from 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah. What do you think, wife?
I don't think he came here to hide something. Why this particular place to hide something?
Yeah.
At 11 at night.
Plus, like, he doesn't seem like the type of guy to have anything to hide.
It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And since it seems like somebody else was here with him, could they have called him here?
Oh, that does seem likely.
They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret.
Then they got into a fight?
No. That wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something.
Then you think it was mediated?
Meditated?
Wait, meditated? Mediated. That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him.
Sorry, like the little wink audio. There's another ad break for a minute, so...
Alright, stretch time.
Stretch time, water time. Actually, good, 'cause
Muchacha mango!
I finished my muchacho mango already.
I just got a new one!
No!
I still can't believe how often we're drinking muchacha mango together. And how often it's on Horror Wives.
Thank you for the hydrate, Dark. Interesting. So, I'm very curious to see, like, the curse stone in their story.
I actually cannot recall which curse stone caused his death. I genuinely cannot remember what happened to his death.
Because it was a heart attack.
Yeah, it was a heart attack.
While
I actually can't recall much of the information surrounding Hajime.
So we know it's not Whispering Canal, not Fool's Procession. I don't believe it's the Beckoning Light. It's not the Clappers. These two don't have ones that we've seen yet.
Yeah.
It's not foot washing. That we know of, actually. We don't know how that actually killed us.
Oh no, you do. Remember? The foot washing mansion was the kid at the bridge.
Yeah, but how did he die in the...
It stomps on you.
Oh, okay. We know that one. And we know this one.
Yeah, because
So-
that one-sided read was the one that killed Mio in that one scene.
I wonder if it's one of these, then.
Wait, let's read Okay. No,
This
it
is just
doesn't
the
say enough.
This is just the
No,
tree...
because the Evergreen Beach is this location's curse stone.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, it's not a strong one either.
That we know of. We only know the story of it from,
Oh, no,
like...
no, because it's mentioned here. It's like barely known why this even became a mystery at all.
Yeah, but we don't know what the original story was.
Typically, it's their distorted story is actually still a little bit related.
This one, they did mention this one at, like, another location they went in, like, the Shogo route. So this
the
is
hotel. Not the hotel, the apartment complex was that one.
This is my current guess, though. And I'm only doing that because they mentioned it, and also because there's something about, like, a drum and a heartbeat that's similar to me.
That's true.
And a lot of the other ones we've already seen. That's my guess, anyway.
Yeah. I actually genuinely don't know which one it is. I don't know if it ever gets mentioned which one it was.
I guess
I think it does. I think they do mention it, but I can't remember for some reason. My goldfish memory. I cannot begin to guess. It's okay, Dark. It's because me and Kate has a brain cell tonight. I'm sorry.
Alright, did you read this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him.
Right.
About the case.
We're almost through. But boss?
Yeah.
Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but...
It's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons.
Boss, you know something, don't you?
It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much.
thinking about it. The only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right?
You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that? If you picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Interesting.
Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer.
Okay. Oh, that's it.
Everything.
Oh, I'm looking at him again. Whoops.
Oh, damn, wife, stop checking them out. I think there was one last thing that you can talk about, and I think it's on the ground. I think it's a scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. This is where the victim was found. Oh, wait, this is you. Never mind. No, I'm sorry.
It's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing this is any consolation. Well, boss, I think that was about it.
Right. Let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh god, what is that?
Oh my god, his reaction was instant. Huh? Boss, what's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile.
Damn it! It was that case all along!
Do not be fooled. The true lie. It is no rumor. Believe me. See the truth. Boss? What is it? Is there something over there?
Grah! Such deep sorrow, a resentful memories flowing into my mind.
Those who deceive with falsehoods and something hung up forever in eternal darkness. Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies. Kill them all.
You've acquired the power of the curse stone, the Evergreen Beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. That's really good for a detective.
Yep.
Use the curse button when someone lies to you. I knew the Evergreen Beach was not going to be as truthful as it was.
It's time to read about it.
Kills by hanging one who tries to mislead the curse bearer with false statements.
But this is why I was ruling out the Evergreen Beach. Its method of death is not it.
Oh, okay. God darn, that's OP for a resentful memory. He deceived us with his so-called rite of resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark art swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough, he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jinkichi, was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting Netsuke clasps. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. Okay. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crime. But dead men tell no tales, and the people thought of him as a bad man even in death. He hung there for days, till his neck stretched horrifically, a visage of pain still etched on his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars where the rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, and neither did the man's body hanging from it, as the mansion's owner was not at home, another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persisted nonetheless.
The Evergreen Beach was a very tragic one.
I'm, trying to, understand.
So basically, this dude was found dead hung on a beech tree. a rumor proceeded to spread that he was a liar, that he was telling something of lies, and that was his divine punishment for being a liar. And therefore, nobody dared to remove him from the beech tree, and so his body remained hanging there because the owner of that mansion never came home.
Oh.
That's just what you currently know about the story. This is not the finished edition of it either.
Yeah, interesting. So
Yeah, this is a snippet. It's kind of like a memory. So, some of them are like memories of the people mentioned by the story, or sometimes it's memories of the people around that person in that story.
Okay. Ugh.
Oog.
A murder's impulse seeps in my soul like thick black tar.
It's like black licorice. Now, kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Which is so odd to me, because it's like, he doesn't desire the right.
That we know of.
Boss. Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile.
Sorry. I'm fine. Ariel,
Yes?
I have some bad news.
Oh no, your senility is kicking in, isn't it?
No. We've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight.
Huh? Oh, what are you talking about? See, this is why your wives leave you.
Interesting. Alright, well.
So currently, the 3 events are lined up in terms of time slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. This is a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's a little farther, but like, you have you have the other events lined up now. So far, everybody, like, at this time, everything has now kind of begun.
You think we should get our last curse?
You want to know the last curses so you can try to piece some things together?
Yeah.
Go for it.
When the son of Harui Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears.
I wonder what that strange thing is.
Oh, it's going right for her. Okay.
Wow.
I guess because we are at 12 o'clock exactly.
Fires perish in flame. Kill them. Kill them. The flame bearers. Kill them all.
You acquired the power of the curse stone, the haunting clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or fire starting to bite on their person.
We knew this from Shogo.
Alright, here's the...
Hers is actually pretty ass cheeks, because you gotta make sure they got fire on them.
Yeah. Good if you're going against smokers, though.
Yeah.
Kills by burning one who is in possession of a fire or fire-starting device. Red, red, red. Everything is dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot, so hot. I must call for help, but I cannot speak. My throat must be burned up from the smoke. No, I think I'm already on fire. That's right, I'll just use the clappers. Clack, clack, is anybody there? Clack, clack, why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How... I never stop fighting. How did it come to this? All right, her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch! Those hauntingly cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell. It feels like my head will split open. Ah, right, the evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it louder. Clack, clack. Domo, I'm trying to hit the one in the back. Oh, you're trying to hit Faye?
Hi. Too bad, my wife's protecting me.
Ouch.
Ever since I was used as a mahjong shield. My wife was so protected. Getting bonked a
A
lot.
murderous impulse seeps into my soul like big black licorice.
Black licorice!
Yeah, it's gonna be autoed on me the way it's set up.
Wow! Kill! Can you hear it, curse bear? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them!
Oh, okay. Bet. Then you take the abuse. Okay, okay. I will. I guess it makes sense that hers just really kicks off like that, huh?
Yeah, because she starts exactly at midnight. Oh my god, it's a chandelier, wife, quick!
Ah!
Back with me, ma'am.
Imagine my curse stone, it just drops a chandelier on.
My god, the unfortunate thing of games when they bring up chandeliers.
I wonder what, like, my circumstance would be, though.
Mm. What would your cause for the right of resurrection be, wife?
I don't know. Like,
I think I personally would have quite a few reasons for the right of resurrection and based off my lore. But what would your reason be?
I don't think I have a reason to use it, like, the right. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering, like, what my circumstance to use my curse would be.
Oh, like a special unique curse thing?
Yeah.
Go chandelier!
But, like, what, because it's like, because you know how it's like, oh, if people are holding, like, a flame device or people are lying, like,
Yeah. I think mine would actually be if people are holding a flame device or something very similar to it.
that makes sense. I could feel like mine would probably be one of the auditory ones.
If they're standing underneath a chandelier.
That's so specific. That is so amazingly specific.
I mean, hey, that one where it's like you have to do 30 seconds and you can't be seen, that was weirdly specific.
True. But it had never mind. This was just
If you hear the wails of a bride that does not wish to be, you then get married.
I wonder if it's like the person has to be like in a relationship they're unhappy with.
Oh my god!
And
When
if
you're in
they-
an unhappy relationship,
you may be
you
crushed by a
die.
chandelier. Or it could just be like an auditory one where you like if you hear like wedding bells for like 30 seconds, you'll just get crushed by a chandelier.
If you hear two lovers bickering back and forth for 30 seconds,
If you recently
get
fought with a loved one.
oh, even
Anyway.
if you're standing out in the open, a chandelier will manifest.
Yeah, there's like this giant foot that comes down and crushes you.
Holy shit.
Alright.
Okay. I can't say I understand what just happened. But it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've seen you really smile. That ain't no smile!
I'm just saying, what world is that a smile?
That's a ducklet! Sweet dreams. What the fuck is with her mouth?
Curse echo the haunting clappers. Harue is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoku Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was a result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case, a mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up, and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Harue to call on the services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. The Shigimi The Shigema family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Hanzhou during the Edo period. Yeah, they assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigema line work as police bureaucrats and senior police officers. Harue's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigema clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. However, as her family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Harue's marriage grew cold. Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haruo a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haruo spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. A few months ago, Harue's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Haruo left to live in the large, empty mansion alone. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time comes in to take care of the housework, Haruo has nothing but time on her hands. So, literally, your whole family and your husband is a police officer, and they still didn't do it correctly?
Yup.
Jesus
And they
Christ.
fucking lost out on their son. The husband can give two shits less about it. The father could give two shits less about it. They just don't care.
No. Not dreams.
Sounds like something I want to hear about. You do a good Haruo. This is going to be interesting.
A fax machine.
Wow! Technology.
Heading to bed now. Enjoy stream and have a good night. Good night, Ryan. Thank you for lurking. Empathy skipped over them, it seems. Seems so dark. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called.
They're called Go Fuck Yourself.
A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Those are just the flowers on my outfit, wife.
Oh!
They're forgetting me
He's not even home to listen to the speaker.
Oh, a sticker.
There's the collectible. Oh, well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is?
Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before... Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down.
Let me take a closer look. I knew it. It's the head hencho from way back in set number 1. That's a real collector's item.
Excuse me?
Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds.
The what?
They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents.
I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you.
The best part is nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough, they won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. And how the hell did your son get one, and why the hell did he put it up? Is your son the secret bird artist? To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it.
Oh, well, that's nice. Oh my god.
There's 20 of them, and there's clues as to where they are.
Okay. approach the net. Oh my god, that's a lot. Well,
I say look for one in every single location you go to, basically.
okay. I probably missed so many by now.
Oh no, you get to go back. Because this is the first one, so from here on out, it starts to generate them. It wouldn't have generated them beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The swinging of
It's a
the
clock!
the swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual with Richter here. Usually, it's just me.
It's because I'm always on crack cocaine, madam!
A color television, Richter. Father bought one of these as
Oh my
soon as
god,
it
I always
hit the
want to watch
market.
one of these. You got Power Rangers on there?
He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there's no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse.
I like being Richter Kai. He's so energetic. It's so
Richter
silly.
Kai, Private Eye!
He's like so childish, and I love that.
The telephone. This mansion has a private line.
Bougie.
The guest table. I don't know where father
a
got this
table?
old thing from, but I've never liked it. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Oda City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective.
I'm a cowboy, madam.
But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Male, private investigator. The eccentric man that Shogo Okie ran into at Hoonji Bridge. Richter is actually a private investigator with an office in Oda City, Tokyo. After taking on a request from Haruhi Shigima to investigate the unsolved kidnapping and murder of her son, he gets caught up in the events surrounding the Rite of Resurrection. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need, and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. How he is still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective June Ario at the police academy. He must be the really weird one. Um, some, I mean, that's pretty obvious, I think. Um,
I love stickers.
Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerisms, Richter excels at covert investigations entailing his targets. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever succeeds at impressing himself. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents, and can be frequently sighted searching around town for them. While out and about, Richter typically leaves the office and, more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. I feel like you could have a whole fucking Nancy Drew series following just this guy.
I love him. He's so silly. I'm gonna go grab some more water real quick.
Okay. Azure Heron Agency, Richter Kai's private investigation firm, and Kamada Oda City. Originally, Kai thought to give it a simple name like Kai's detective agency, but upon hearing that people are more likely to pick names listed at the front of the phone book alphabetically, he decided to pick a name starting with A. That's actually really smart. Thus, the Azure Heron Agency was established. However, it was questionable whether the heron, a bird of somewhat ominous significance, is an effective symbol for attracting customers. Even his own assistant has referred to the name as confusing at best. After all, rather than an azure heron, Richter keeps a white parrot as a pet and dresses not in blue, but mostly in white. If there was a symbolic connection to be made here, it has surely been lost on all but Richter himself. A private investigator, also known as a private eye, is a detective who operates their own agency. No formal qualifications necessary to be blah blah blah. Might look similar, but they carry out different types of investigations. Inquiry offices specialize in conducting credit checks on businesses, while private investigators are generally involved in tailing persons of interest and gaining information surreptitiously. Victor Kai spin-off when Victor Kai doing it my way.
Basically a stalker that gets paid to stalk.
Yeah. Alright. Think.
I love Victor Kai.
My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance. At long last. She is so ready for this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, chandelier! The lights!
The light! Don't get towards the light, wait. It's already too late. You kind of fitted towards the light already, but you know.
The chandelier is the only thing in here that's my choice. It's my favorite part of the room. Is it? Alright, hold on. I may have a sip of water.
Oh.
Gotta stay hydrated with all this talking.
I agree.
Okay. You good, wife?
Yes.
Thank you for the
I
hydrate.
may not look okay, but I'm okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, shoot. I thought it was you.
Oh, no!
Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And when the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about?
Well, where to start?
So you see, I'm gonna kill people. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right?
That's right.
So it's all real? Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. Oh my god, zoom. That was fast. I saw that cursed stone appear in your hand myself. She's like getting possessed, like demonic screeching eyes roll back, her palms open, and suddenly rock in hand. It looked like they popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. And I'm just totally okay with it.
I don't think you quite understand.
Oh?
This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real.
Why does she look high?
The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head, as clear as day.
You just knew, huh?
It was etched onto my soul, along with the curse echo's resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like.
To be burned alive?
Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago.
Oh god.
Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust.
I'm just imagining, like, currently the people that we have, imagining how they felt in that moment of, like, living their death.
Yeah, well, two of them, like, suffocated, basically.
Yeah.
And then she burned alive, which is
One of
horrible, too.
them fell from an extremely high tower.
Oh, true. I was gonna say, technically, like, she was suffocating and then fell from a really high tower.
Yeah, that
The
one
other was
bad.
basically strangled for a very long time.
Even after death.
Even
'cause the
after
body was
death.
just left there.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's all just really cruel deaths. And then there was another one where it's a child drowning.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Mac!
Hello. Dot dot dot.
I think I need to kill someone.
You just casually. I think I need to kill.
Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire.
I see. That could be a problem.
You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity.
The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway.
That does make sense. She would have the highest desire.
Yup. Whoops. And that also would make sense as to like why, since like for the detective, we didn't hear anything about him wanting to do any kind of murder compared to like her or Shogo, right? And he was just like, ah, dang, sorry, kid. We're gonna do an all-nighter tonight, and that was it. Like he wasn't like
Yeah, he's
murder.
basically like, God damn it, this shit again. That's how his reaction was.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, not this again. I'm too
Richter,
old for this.
as in Richter Belmont. He looks
I have
fancy, you
yet
know.
I have yet to see anybody else named Richter besides Richter Belmont.
And this Richter.
Mm-hmm.
The only two Richters I've ever seen.
The only two Richters, because, dude, why would you name your child Richter?
Did you read this?
Good grief! Talk
Okay.
about a spanner in the works. I don't know what that word means. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going.
What it cracks me up is like, I mean, he could have been faking being a smoker when he met Shogo, like to see if he had a light. But like,
Mm-hmm.
also like, if he actually is a smoker and I was Richter, I'd throw my lighter across the room right now. I feel like I don't trust this lady at all.
I don't know why, but because I watched this gameplay with edited like footage from like a gameplay person,
Mm-hmm.
right? They would edit Richter a lot doing similar things as you're describing. And so I'm just thinking of like as you're describing this Richter, like somebody cutting his arm, holding a lighter, just going, where, and then all you hear is like the lighter slam and a cat crying, the cat crying or something sound effect. I can't.
Okay.
Oh my god. He basically said, "Chill the fuck out, lady."
Yeah. That might be a good idea. Might.
Might.
Let me think again. Okay, no.
That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. That's gonna be a lot of soul drags for a whole year. To uncover the truth about the abduction and murder of Suichi Shigema.
Oh, yes. I remember. They never did find the one who did it.
That's why I'm here about today, in fact. Kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone and I've come up with a grand total of... 1 lead.
So you said.
As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway.
I remember. You were just about to tell me. Okay. Age 11 was kidnapped on his way home from school with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigema family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. Kate, in the spooky season, I would love to see you play some classic Castlevania. I would have to, like, get the game somehow, but I have other stuff planned for spooky season, don't worry. The kidnapping... The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Highway reached a breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible, but her husband and father, who held the proceeds of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands.
What the?
That's so dumb.
Their freaking pride.
The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed, and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case has long gone cold. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, let me just get my son back. That's more important. They have all the money in the world. And they were just like...
The entire police force. But they're like, oh, my manly masculine ego!
Both the Castlevania Anniversary and Advanced Collection games are out now? Oh, okay. It's why pride can be considered a sin. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh, there he is! The only son of Haruhi Shigima, he was kidnapped and murdered 1 year ago. His body was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi was a conscientious, brave young boy who was determined to protect his mother, Haruhi, amid his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility from a young age, likely due to being raised in an extremely strict environment. Born in the early 70s, he spent his days immersed in various activities and studies, including playing piano, learning the abacus, taking English lessons, and training in kendo. Shuichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them all to go out on a hunt for mockingbird stickers. Aww. Symphony of the Night, so you were a real late fan on that one? That's okay.
Hey, I've never played or seen or heard about Castlevania, so, you stole ahead of me.
We still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what. Why don't I tell you what I found and then we can make a decision?
Alright. Oh. Okay.
I've already answered you, madam.
Oh, okay.
I am the private investigator you hired, ma'am. I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself.
No, I'm very familiar.
Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River, here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area.
That's right.
In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi had been held captive. Since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's call. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house. It's likely that he was abducted by car on his route home.
Maybe, but...
Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger.
That's right. You were hyped when they added Castlevania to Super Smash Bros. Back in 2019. Yeah, that was pretty cool for a lot of fans. I was very firm about that. I know he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children.
It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping.
Hi, Slime! Yes, it is this game. Spooky.
You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So did they target him at some other time, or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of these seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off?
The police never managed to find an answer.
Because they're incompetent.
So, if he couldn't be kidnapped on his way back home from school, he must have gotten kidnapped at school.
I feel
But-
like if it was at school, people would see that, though.
Not if it was like a trusted individual that the student, like that he trusted, you know? Which could be anywhere from like a teacher to a
That's true.
faculty member to whatever.
No, that's true.
In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must have just gotten lucky.
Well, why not turn the problem on its head? The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into the car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew.
I'm secretly Richter wife, don't worry about it.
What?
I said I'm secretly Richter right now. I'm just like, of course he must have trusted them. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all
She's
thoroughly.
so sad.
Yeah. The police checked them all thoroughly.
They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer?
That's someone he would trust.
That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigema family was close ties with the police after all. He would have had reason to trust them.
It also makes sense if it was like... If it wasn't a targeted attack, like at first, like any kid would probably trust a police officer at this time.
Yep.
You might be right.
Plus, like, the kid has a strong sense of justice, so he definitely admires the police.
Yeah. But surely that couldn't have...
Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much officers stand out. That's sort of the point. After all, they're meant to be visible deterrent against crime. Oh, the game's lagging a bit for me. Give me a moment.
Any better?
Oh, no, it's still lagging. What the?
Is it my connection? I hope not.
I don't know. It's... Okay, I think it's finally, like, chilled out.
Okay.
Here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids have been warned about stranger danger. Often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Oh, I'm watching this stream on a different thing than you guys.
Good night, everyone. I hope you're safe and happy and healthy throughout your week. I have a great day and night and fun stream. Thank you, Seraph. I hope
night,
you have a lovely
Seraph.
night and sleep well.
Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong.
So maybe he saw a woman or child in danger and went, That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean...
Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for direction, would he have gotten into a car?
He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children.
My god, your husband really is like the cause of every shit. You would certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here.
This kid was a kid. He didn't have any responsibility.
Yeah.
Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone.
She might have been an accomplice. Or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case.
Okay. That's interesting.
Damn, Richter, stop looking at me with those eyes. Or technically with that eye, you only got one. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See what I said about people's biases? That goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school routes. Oh, school route? Ugh, I don't know why it's been. Seeing if anyone had seen something.
Well, this is bad too because it's already been like months, like a whole year, like after this happened. So
Yeah.
like, at that point, like you're gonna, people's memories aren't that good.
I don't even remember what I did yesterday. And one man thought he had.
Do you mean he saw it happen?
Well, can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private. Ooh, flashback!
Several hours earlier.
Alright, this should do. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me. What was your name again?
Sorry. No, I was afraid I'd have to do this voice. Dark's like, I don't remember the task.
You saw the blocky R's and you're just like, ooh.
Dark's like, I don't remember the task you do in Among Us 10 seconds before. Yeah.
And that's why everybody susses Dark so fast.
Junichi.
Got it. Well, Junichi, I'm all ears.
So, just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right?
Of course. What else do I look like?
How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight.
Why don't you tell me gay?
My life is in danger. I need your help.
You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you, straight or gay. Who is trying to kill you?
A student called Michio Shiraishi. Huh.
Oh, shit. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty.
It's nothing like that. That girl, she is a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. Oh.
Come again?
I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him. I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me.
If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody?
Well, you see.
If you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you.
I I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word.
You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life?
I don't trust this guy at all.
So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Not the beans.
Yes, that's it. Exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get to me. Arrest her, I'm telling you. She's a demon.
Well, you seem to believe that you're saying. But it just doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up because I'm biased from the other route first.
But also, this is several hours earlier. Michio is already dead.
Yeah. Oh.
'Cause
Yeah,
remember,
actually.
she's been dead for a week.
Yeah, she has been. What?
How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified?
Why
Oh yeah,
is he...
you definitely develop biases depending on the route you choose first.
Wait, but I guess in this route we wouldn't know she's been dead for a week. But like, since we
Oh
played
no,
the-
it was all over the newspaper. That's how everybody knew. It was
No,
that,
but I'm saying like in this route we don't know yet.
No. Her death was reported on the newspaper. Oh, it happened a week ago. That was all over the news.
Yeah.
So everybody knows that she's dead.
No, but I'm saying as the player, if we had done this route first, we wouldn't have known.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
we know that he's lying now.
Spicy.
You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me.
Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here.
Look at my
It's
lip.
so sexy.
Look at his pursed lip. It's true. Her house, it's... forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Like a delinquent student or something.
Hey! And that's about the long and short of it.
I can hardly believe it.
At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it.
Then, if we can just find that girl.
Kasuno cursed if she was with Suichi on the day of the kidnapping. Then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Koei Junoichi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida.
A teacher? Then the schoolgirl.
Is one of his students? I think that's very likely.
But she's dead.
At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for.
How would he not know?
I'm curious. I'm actually curious because... Oh. The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently, some old book showed up recently of all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo.
I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope, for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I had just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive.
You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. So I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much she. I can tell how much she meant to you. But this is a big but.
Haha, big butt.
Big butt 69. If this right is the real deal, using it all mean killing someone and stealing their soul.
Is that a problem?
Ma'am, I'm a detective. If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you.
Oh. That's a shame.
Shame, huh? That's all?
I thought, if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful.
You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Do you see an issue with that?
I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this.
Is that so, is it? Oh dear, oh dear. What have I gotten myself into?
He's so chill about it.
Yeah. Again, if I was Richter, I'd be walking the fuck out of there.
If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them.
But that still makes me an accomplice, ma'am. That is not how crime works. I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client.
Not even for $10 million.
$10 million? I can get the whole Mockingbird collection.
How much can I give you to change your mind?
Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies and I stick to them.
I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn.
Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through.
Where's the Austin Powers soundboard when you need it?
As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. Well, technically, you're not killing anyone with your own hands no matter what, because these things kill without a trace.
Yeah. What do you have in mind?
Well,
It's you, Dark. You are the soundboard.
you're the Austin Powers soundboard. How about stealing someone else's curse stone after they filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later.
Well, then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove?
That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now.
My. I guess you weren't very happy with me when I killed Shogo, were you?
I was just about to say, like, bitch killed Shogo.
Yeah, he must have been like, ma'am, what did I just say?
There goes our contract, ma'am, but she doesn't care. She got 100% sold rights.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The Haunting Clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo, if I remember correctly.
That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remembered hearing that.
Imagine your house being built on the ashes and remains of a dead person.
Probably happened a lot.
Wait, I meant to say it a different way. I didn't mean to say it in such a common way. Like, you know, the sight of such a horrible burning thing
Yeah.
to have occurred, and then your house is just like, let's just rebuild it right here. Fuck that dude.
I mean, look at where all the other things happen. There's like a playground there where the kid
Oh,
died.
yeah.
There's a
You're
school where
right.
the other lady died.
Yeah. You know what? This place is
There's a park where the dude was hung. Like
I mean, that's a garden, though. I think his was like the least weirdest one to be built on top of. In that
land in
case,
land in Japan is expensive, says Lonix.
in that case, my money would be all on the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. My first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make the bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere.
How would they know? Like I could just stay she could just stay in her house. Like you wouldn't. That sounds
Well,
sensible.
well, um, yeah, how would they know?
Like if it's I'm sure there's like other houses around her
Some
area.
some of them make sense. Like people know that the Evergreen Beach happens at that location. Like some of them are
Yeah.
known to happen at that location. But I don't think it was mentioned that anybody knows that this one occurred at your house.
Just as near present day bridge.
That
So
doesn't equal to your house.
I
So
mean
it's
she
like
has a mansion. Maybe it takes up a lot of property near the bridge and they're like, it's probably there.
that's true, that's true. Yeah.
Do I have any other thoughts on the matter? Nope, heart's still racing.
You might want to get that checked, man. That might be tachycardia. And if I remember correctly, your hunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter in their person. Is that right? What is a naked flame versus a closed flame?
I guess like
What is a naked flame?
a lit match opposed to a non-lit match?
Huh.
I don't. Is it that specific though? Like matches wouldn't work, but a lighter does.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I feel like it would just be any source of fire.
So if you had a lantern where the fire was enclosed, it wouldn't be naked. Pretty sure it was any source of fire. I don't. Naked flame is no barriers around it, but that. But if
That
a lighter
lighter.
isn't even lit yet and it counts, I don't.
I don't know what they're trying to do here.
That's right.
I know in times wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't need a warning. Heed the warning. It seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Except albeit difficult unless you're a chain link smoker. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table.
It's kind of bad compared to what else is on the table. A lantern
That's true.
isn't
I
a
don't
way
think a
to create
lantern
fire
would count.
usually. Most of them need to be lit externally. A lighter, on the other hand, creates fire itself. That's
That's true.
true, but like what
We're
I'm
talking
saying,
about naked flame here.
yeah, we're talking about like matches. Like
Yeah.
a match would be, well,
I feel like because like a matchbox would count. I just don't know
also
what a naked flame means.
like what about if you like I guess like it I don't know cuz I guess if you have a enclosed lantern you are heeding the warning of fire being dangerous cuz it's closed.
That's true.
I don't know. You really
Difficult.
you really think it's that good?
Starkey can't do much to throw it off, and if it's a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your pocket's pocket. And say that condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them, Shogo Okie.
True. Yeah, a candle would count.
Yeah.
Maybe. I won't maybe I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and then they'd have to do what I said.
That could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second.
At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now.
That's an interesting proposition.
I mean, another way of putting it could be a flame that is exposed to the elements versus ones that are not. I don't know.
But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig.
Oh, I see.
You do not pay me enough to die, ma'am. You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying. But, and I don't think that's just a curse.
You flatterer.
Ma'am, I'm saying you're clinically insane. Go to a therapist.
I spent all my therapy money on a private eye.
What have I gotten myself into? As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should try staying indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Literally live the same mundane life you've lived, trapped inside this house, walking day to day with no purpose to your life because your son is dead.
My god.
Right then, have you decided on what you want me to work on?
Well, he said he wouldn't help us with the right, really. I mean, he said he would investigate the other curse bearers, but go investigate them. Bringing my son back is more important. I want you to help me with the rite of resurrection.
Roger that, the right it is. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night.
Oh, god.
Oh,
Okay, hold on.
well, my wife has consumed me.
Do you want to also be a chibi with me?
I'll do it.
But do you want to sit on my lap, or how do you want to do this?
I gotta unlock myself.
Oh, I'm over here. Sorry. You're so small and huggable.
Alright. Hello.
The marketable plushies, small.
Oh, no way, don't turn me into a marketable plushie.
She's just a baby. Okay.
I'm puntable size now. Hi-ya!
Hey-ya!
With the way that you kick your legs, you definitely would punt me across the entire screen. You would literally make me go, whoop.
I wonder if we can time that. Hold on, ready?
Wait, I can try.
Okay, ready?
You gotta.
Whoop-pa! Okay, that was pretty good.
Dang, I gotta go back and watch that. Actually, somebody clip that. I want to see this. I want to see that.
All right. You ready to continue? Well, dark clips.
Yeah. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes.
In a very good announcer voice. Touchdown!
Touchdown! And the crowd goes wild!
Woo!
The crowd's just my wife.
Woo, woo, woo! I'm also the player on the field.
So sad. That's like playing this in an empty like stadium. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well.
Damn right.
I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. I don't think he knows that she's dead.
Yeah, I guess not. Thank you. That's more than enough.
She was all over the news, the heck. Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find out anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. I gotta see Pontefe.
All right. Who is this Michael Jackson cowboy fella? He's Private Eye Richter Kai.
I, on my end on VT Studio, it wasn't delayed, but then I saw on the clip it is delayed. Oh yeah,
It's a little
I wasn't.
delayed. It's okay.
I wasn't punted correctly as a child. Muzan grew some hair. Yeah. So Michael Jackson became Muzan, and Muzan became Richter Kai. There's no telling what kind of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. I don't know why that's like. I don't know why that line sounds so weird. She belongs to the streets, and so do these curses. Don't go outside if you can help it, and try to be ready for anything.
I will.
Well, if that's all, I should be going. He's literally Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he's
posing.
literally in the Michael Jackson pose.
Oh my god, that one.
She immediately went outside.
Oh my god! Dumb bitches don't listen.
All right. I'm wondering where we should go next.
Do you want my suggestion, or do you want to just go for it?
You can suggest.
Keen and them both got adorable big ass head. Yeah, it's to house the single brain cell. I would say continue hers a little bit,
Okay.
I don't know. I want that bad end.
A summary of previous events. Despite having obtained the curse of the haunting clappers, Haruhi Shigema is determined to use the rite of resurrection by stealing the remaining curse stones. She instructs her private investigator Richter to find the other curse bearers. Ta-da-da!
Also, because I think like the detective route might take a lot longer too.
Fair. We're in the reception room. It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened. But he hasn't.
He's the same person that would ask, "Are we there yet?"
So all I can do is wait. And wait. And look at the flowers again. The flowers put me at ease, just a little. That old hanging scroll. I've seen it too often to feel anything from it now.
It's cold dark. I just want to feel something.
Should I put a record on? No, it's too late for that. I'm not in the mood for music anyway.
Girl, put your record on. Tell me your favorite song. Go ahead, let your hair down. I don't know how to sing.
It was okay. It was good. You did good. Mwah. There you go.
Oh.
There's nothing on it.
To punch me again.
There's nothing on at this hour. I see no point in turning it on. I don't know, just for fucking background noise?
I can turn the TV on if you want.
The ticking seems so loud. It just goes to show how quiet it is. All you've done is sit here. My husband used to complain that it was too dark, but I rather like the gloom.
What an edgelord.
It's a fax machine. I rarely find a use for it. I don't know anybody else who owns one. Come to think of it, I never offered him any tea. Not that I ever learned how to make it.
Damn! No wonder you couldn't do anything in the house.
I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. It's gonna be the newspaper that tells us that the girl's already dead.
Because Richter just holds a fax machine on him at the ready so that he can send you some shit.
Yeah, I also don't know how someone doesn't know how to make tea.
I know. How the hell do you not know how to make tea? Like, I understand not knowing how to perform the tea ceremony, but like, how do you just not know how to make tea?
She seems like a good wife. She seems like a wife that her husband deserves, which is one that would not tend to him, which is fine because he is a butthole.
It's not home. He's also absent in this relationship.
What's this? A newspaper? It must have fallen off the chair. Read it. It's a newspaper. I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. First you take the tea bag, then you put it in the cup, then you add some water, then the whole thing goes into the mud. No! Oh, Lonix. Well, we can't look at the comics.
This is a boring newspaper.
Now that everyone has more spending money to go around, people are coming up with all kinds of new diversions. It seems like only yesterday that people were flocking to the arcades to shoot aliens. But now we have these enormous theme parks and gaming machines that plug straight into our televisions. Everyone's talking about superhero series, foreign films, and movies based on the latest bestseller. Back in my day, fusion rock and folk music was all the rage. But now it's all about city pop and idols. I find it hard to care about that sort of thing anymore. We still gotta read more of the newspaper. Look at the education articles. Everyone attends high school now, even girls. Universal education policy, they call it. The country's gotten rich enough that every child can go to school. Education is the backbone of modern society. If you want to work for a good company, you have to get into a good university. With more people in the running than ever, the competition to get into those universities has gotten fierce, though. The new generation is rebelling. Schoolyard violence and delinquency are on the rise. But my boy was too sensible to get mixed up in any of that. I don't want to read anymore. It'll only remind me of him. I hear the new big thing is some mascot line of delinquent birds. Mockingbirds, I think it's called. Was that what Richter was talking about? Trends seem to have such short shelf life now with how quickly the times are changing. I think I'm just too old to keep up anymore. It's young people who are leading the way with their modern worldviews. My generation will only fall further behind. You don't like the newspaper? It's just old because this story takes place back in the 70s, I believe. Or early 80s at this point. It's like both-ish.
Yeah, so 70s to 80s.
I don't really watch much television. It feels as if all the information in the world gets passed through that little black box. Wait till the internet shows up. But father stopped them from reporting on the kidnapping back when it happened. I was glad about that. Less fuss. Now the comedy boom is over, all the comedians are flocking to other genres. This is the old version of Twitter. No, slime. The occult seems really popular at the moment. Look at all these paranormal specials. All sorts of articles about the current state of the economy. Now that the post-war boom has passed its peak, we're moving into the era of large corporations. It's about 220 to 230 yen to the dollar. Manufacturing is on the rise and exports are healthy. The dollar's down from its height and people are saying it could fall further. There's no denying how much the standard of living has improved in the past few years. It's common to own a car and television now, and supermarkets are better stocked than ever. Although with everyone flocking to the city, land prices are skyrocketing. Nowadays, most people can only dream of home ownership. The city center is going to be nothing but apartments before long. I'm not exactly a businesswoman, so this all feels like another world to me. It looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it'd make my eyes water. Eventually, people started getting sick, and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smog. If there's one thing Hanjo never wants for, it's horrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anyone I knew. I don't read the news anymore. Not since last year. It brings back bad memories. Suicide at local high school? Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think, or maybe it was something about exam pressure. Huh? What? But
Here we go.
no, this can't be right. Her name, Michio Shiraishi from Komagata High School?
Mm-hmm.
It can't be.
Too bad it is.
And the music begins.
Do 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 do.
Michio Shiraishi, the same girl who witnessed my son's kidnapping, committed suicide last week? But that means Mr. Jonichi was terrified of someone who already died? Is that what he meant by a curse? I can't work this out on my own. Maybe Richter will know. Why won't he call? Oh, I haven't lifted off the hook, have I? I'm waiting for him to contact me, but he hasn't. I've made sure the receiver is on the hook. It'll ring as soon as he calls. You don't like horror shit because I'm scared all the time, but I want my points. It's a good story, Muffin. Like, it's all about, like myth.
It's
like,
a mystery solving thing more than it is horror.
Yeah, there's some, like, spooky things here and there, but it's not, like, gonna jump scare you usually.
Like wavy PNGs and random people standing behind us.
Yeah. Lunatic! Hi, Lunatic! Lunatic and Co have ignited the explosives.
Lunatic, put those explosives out.
Lunatic, don't have fire around this lady! Lunatic, no!
Wait, Lunatic, oh
Lunatic,
no!
no!
Lunatic's dead.
How's Payday 3 been, though?
I forget that's a game.
You literally came with the with us being in the lady who her one thing is she's able to kill by burning one who's possession of fire or a fire starting device. So
And Lunatic himself is an entire fire starting device.
I know. You're so happy you got it early? I honestly like can't wait. I kind of want to like try Payday again now that Payday 3 is going to be a thing. I hope it would run better. Hey, you two are cute app. Thank you, Oblivion. But I'm happy you got it early too and that you're enjoying it. You pre-purchased it and you got the gold edition? Let's go! What does the gold edition give you for it? I'm also gonna have a little sip of water.
Chug, 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 chug.
Let's
Glug, glug, glug.
the collector's chest on board. Load it up.
I like how the clip doesn't want to work again. It really depends on the day. It's interesting.
Yep. It's picky.
3-day early access, some bonus cosmetic content. Hell yeah, cosmetic content! Oh, and the 1-year season pass? Okay, that's pretty nice too. Very, very cool. Alright. Oh! Ah! That must be him. What if I just didn't answer it?
Wait, are you able to?
Yeah, you do nothing.
Let's see.
Which includes 4 heists, Taylor packs, and weapon packs that will be released next year. Very cool. Just ignoring the phone. Doo-doo-doo.
I wonder how persistent they want to be with that phone number.
I should probably answer the phone. I don't think it's gonna stop. I think it's just
Darn.
if you want to read more.
Darn.
Redo my statement released over time in the next year. Okay. Hello, Shigima residence.
Huh.
Dun-dun-dun.
Huh.
Huh?
Not just huh.
Huh. Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to Komagata Bridge.
Okay, so she didn't like go out for no reason. She listened.
Yeah, she did listen.
The
Richter.
whole, you're already outside, lady.
There's something I need to tell you.
Wait. Funny. I was just thinking the same thing.
The Sumida River. The water is filthy and hard, but at night, when it's still, it looks almost peaceful.
Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home?
I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it.
Right. Should have guessed.
Yeah, not the right person to ask that question, buddy. This is where they found him after he went missing. All alone, floating in that horrible water. All I can think is how scared he must have been. How cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then. And I prayed to the river to give him back. To give me my son back. Day after day after day.
You know, in olden times people believed rivers marked where our world met the next. So the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. I highly doubt that river's flowing with, all that garbage in there and dead bodies.
There's a lot of dead bodies in that water.
Yeah, that's a lot of dead bodies. That's like people soup over there now. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. That same place would later become Honjo. Dang, we're in the afterlife already? Welcome to the afterlife, booze. Hope you enjoy your stay.
That's secretly where it is. It's just in Honjo. That's where we've been chilling.
Yeah, our basement leads to Honjo, yeah? We're the Sumida River. We're the trash dumpster with a bunch of human bodies. All the fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root.
It's a map.
I hate that. But then the Ryogoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meiriki, and just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. And as it turned from farmland into a town, the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways.
Muffin! Mwah. There's your daily forehead smooch. Isn't that crazy? Like in olden times, like you saw a river and you're like, oh man, those people over there, that's the afterlife. Like, weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told.
They were, but that's not all they were for. The other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore. In the afterlife, those people over there, the spirits over there, Oh, I think I can see one of them buying some leeks right now. And stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. That's segregation. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too.
So,
ghosts are segregated from the rest of Japan.
Hi, Hina, who's drowning in battery acid. I'm Dad. Are you okay, Hina? What the hell's going on? So, if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife?
Exactly. That's why the resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else, I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and the curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make this spot we're standing now, right over the water. The border between life and death. If there were a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. that might have done more than you think.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Just thinking aloud, ma'am. Watching this gameplay, I start to like realize some of the innuendos and foreshadowing in their sentences.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always like so cool when you like rewatch something, you start to notice things.
It makes me feel better. I don't know what it is though. Hi, Phantom. We're playing a spooky mystery game.
I don't know if I'll remember to tell you. Ooh, pretty.
A Class A river that is part of the Arakawa River system, which runs through much of eastern Tokyo and empties into Tokyo Bay. During the Edo period, Sumina's riverbanks played a key role in the transportation of lumber used for construction. In addition to its logistical importance, it was also a place for the common folk to gather and enjoy activities, such as seasonal flower viewing or river bathing, and there exist many woodblock prints depicting such activities. But the area became plagued with sewage issues when the surrounding environs were industrialized in the post-war period, but the situation has improved since. Many unique bridges span the Sumida River, including the Ryogoku and Azumabashi bridges, which attract a large number of visitors as sightseeing spots. Massive fireworks displays in the summer are also always sure to draw a crowd. The river has served as a cornerstone for both the city and its people, having both aided in its development and serving as an inspiring backdrop for countless works of art and literature. Hey, Kate, having fun? I am having fun. I love mysteries and story games like this. I hope they're having fun. I am, Hina, don't worry. Hi, Dad. I'm Dad.
Hi, Dad. I'm Dad. I hope you're Dad.
Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river.
Ooh.
Hi, no, Dad. I'm Dad. Also, I finally bought the limited edition thesaurus that I've always wanted. When I opened it, all the pages were blank. I have no words to describe how angry I am. Also, okay,
Oh my
Muffin.
God. I hate and love that at the same exact time right now. Like, that was good.
I'm not going to throw anything at you. I saw the clip where it had just you drowning in a pool of mahjong pieces.
Hey!
Do you
I
mind
got
if
bonked on the head from my wife with those mahjong pieces.
you did, my hero? Pat, with my eyeball.
With your eyeball.
Do you mind if I tell you?
Go ahead.
It must have been about 20 years now, when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. I know what happened 20 years ago. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look out over the
Stanky.
water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating.
Jesus.
And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand.
What?
It was almost a miracle when you stopped to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And that although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an identifiable scar. And that they could tell it had been a murder from the blade marks on the bone.
That is like really extremely coincidental.
Yeah.
And lucky, you know? Wait. Are you talking about the Nejima murders?
So you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were but an elementary schooler at the time.
Oh. I actually was like, oh, that's like... I wasn't really aware of it then. I only heard about it after the fact.
At the police academy with Ario. How do you know?
Thank you to the academy. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. Oh!
That's the killer? Okay. Fumichika
Those
Nejima,
soulless
a
eyes.
male, self-employed curse echo nun, the man who made headlines over 2 decades ago as the perpetrator of the brutal killings known as the Nejima murders. He does have soulless eyes.
What the?
To be honest, it was all a bit of a blur. I did not expect to get, like, a picture of the killer. I was very, like, caught off guard.
Okay, but like,
those soulless eyes of insanity and the unwashed hair. Oof.
A wave of chaos just parting around me. Hey Kay, did you know what the farmer said when they sent a cow up an elevator? What did they say, Phantom? Something like that. He's raising the stakes! That was pretty good. That was good. Good job. They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to sea.
Ooh.
Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill.
A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny. Everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. Did they just call that poor girl garbage? But every
Bad choice of words.
But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself.
That's right. Which is why the riverbed is the last place anyone would go looking. Or so was this killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing. Everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, if you chopped a body up into tiny pieces and threw it in the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
They arrested him shortly after, Fumichika Nejima, the man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end. Slime, you didn't say yum to the murder, did you? Slime, are you okay?
Lime, you better not be being sus in the chat.
Why are people asking if the pieces were marinated or skies? But the river knows the truth.
I mean, if you enjoy sewage marinade, I guess.
Why did the man put his money in the freezer? He wanted cold, hard cash. Do I need to scold you? Marinated in river stank water. Exactly, Lonix.
Dank water.
I take everything back. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? That same thought spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area. So really, the river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting?
Well, I can see why you don't have any memories of this river. With all the darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nejima murders.
Why wouldn't she? It was her classmate when she was in school.
She was the one who found the hand.
But how could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand. She did say that.
She already said that, but it's probably because of the order in which, like, the information got discovered.
Yeah. The police
I'm surprised for a second time, madam!
The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima to justice.
Why does that sound like her own, like, dad wrote her a thank you letter?
A little bit. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. I guess it was.
Wow.
She grew up in a time where I'm sure her dad wished she was a boy as well to join the police force.
That's true. And so an arranged marriage happens so that he could have a son that he can
That was
put
in the
into
police force. Yeah.
Huh. I guess it just wasn't the killer's day.
Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it.
Definitely. Why the fuck would he not?
Oh, well, that really makes me wonder if that's tied to your son's kidnapping as well.
Oh. You tell her, wife.
No more yum jokes unless actually yummy. It's okay, Slime. We'll get you real food.
Am I yummy?
Good job, kid. You found a body. I'm so proud of you, cries.
Am I yummy? Good.
It tastes like snake meat.
Hey, snake meat's a delicacy.
I've never had snake.
It tastes like chicken, just tougher.
It tastes like tough chicken.
Yeah, it tastes like overcooked chicken, but I like it. If you get some spicy garlic sauce in that,
The Sumida River. I have nothing but awful memories of it. Everything is chicken if you cook it correctly.
that's true.
We're on Komagata Bridge over the Sumida River. There's highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night. Okay. Alright, it's a bridge. Cool.
Yeah, it's just a bridge.
I don't really want to... I read that one in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
To see, is there anyone behind us watching us? Is there a sticker anywhere?
Oh yeah, sticker.
I'm
Look
looking for a sticker.
Sticker.
Sticker? You see a sticker?
Look up really high.
Aha! Number 18. Let's see. Oh, I can't. Okay. I wanted to see it close like that. Okay. The Pink Punisher. Delinquent Flamingo Pink Punisher. Okay.
My god.
You had it before and it was pretty good? Oh. I've never had gator either. I've had deer
Also
jerky.
tastes like chicken.
Like venison jerky. It was pretty good.
I think I've had venison chicken too.
I like the Pink Punisher. The Pink Punisher is pretty good. He's gazing down at the water.
They have rope.
Standing around is the last thing I want to be doing right now. This is my only chance to bring back my son. I can't afford to fritter it away. Chicken? Wait, does what hurt?
What hurts?
I don't know. Muffin asked, does it hurt? I'll go first. There's something I need to tell you.
What up?
Well, that girl, Michio Shiraishi,
The one who was Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping?
wait,
That-
read more? Read more.
Read more what?
Does eating gator hurt? Like, I'm confused.
I'm so confused by the things Muffin's saying.
That's her. Oh, venison slaps hard. Oh, does it hurt? Oh, I get it. Thank you. Thank you, Lonix. I didn't even think of it as like a physical slap.
rotting right now.
A little rotted. It's just a little rotted.
Yeah, it's a little rotted.
That's her.
It's mostly because of me. My brain's deteriorating it.
Well, she's dead.
She's what?
The student who committed suicide last week. That was her.
I heard something like that happened. Never got the name, though. Talk about bad luck. You finally get a lead, only to find it's turned into a literal dead end. Alas, her death was the whole reason Junichi was so shaken up.
Thank you for the head pats.
He said she was going to curse him. Was she talking about her taking revenge for me on the grave?
It seems like we're back where we started.
Not necessarily. That teacher knows something, I'm sure of it.
Why would he go to, why would he be like, protect me? Like, how is he gonna protect you from a ghost?
With his detective kung fu skills. At the very least, I'd put money on him having something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her.
I see.
And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping.
Hmm?
In any case, I've gotten a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch.
A hunch?
Well, more of a theory. Care to take a guess?
I can guess. Why not? I can't say for certain, but... Oh shit,
Good luck, Lay.
Mr. Jonichi. Silence, Mr. Jonichi. I think this is not the correct order of things. Can I go back? Oh yeah, I can.
No, I think you were good. That makes
Oh really?
sense. Yeah, Mr. G's silence meet you with murder, a curse, or blackmail. No!
What? What?
I was like, no way.
Was it blackmail?
Yeah, I was like, how the heck does he silence her with murder?
Just murder.
Oh, are you saying that he murdered her?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you could silence someone like that permanently, I guess. You're right. My wife was thinking of a more permanent solution while I was here thinking of a temporary solution. I was like, oh yeah, you can silence someone with blackmail. My wife was like, nah, murder.
Yeah.
I see. So you think Miss Ishii's death might have not been suicide? That would certainly give him a good reason to think she'd hold a grudge, but I'm not sure I buy it. That might be a little far-fetched.
I see. I'm sorry if I disappointed you.
You certainly have, ma'am.
I'm not cut out to play detective. Oh
Well, no point dwelling on speculation. The truth will come out in time.
no. No, give me another chance.
No. This is not a game in which you can go back and try to re-answer questions.
No.
Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Jonichi.
Please, go ahead.
Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries looking for curse bearers. And I think I found a few candidates. First, the tall man I ran into in Kinshibori Park.
Oh, this guy.
Ah, yeah, we killed him. He asked for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around on me. And he was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for.
He's not a curse bearer. We killed him and we found out he wasn't a curse bearer. Unless he's a curse bearer this time around because
Nobody
We-
was.
we didn't get the curse stone.
That's true, and yeah, this time around, he could have made it there, you know, and then like what?
Well, remember, he was there when I
He
got
was
it. 'Cause he...
Oh my god, yeah, the menacing fucking shadow behind you.
Yeah, and I was like, did you see that man? And you were like, I didn't see that wall. He was there
was
literally the
scary.
whole time. So he watched Shogo die this time around and then picked up the stone, probably.
Sus.
Interesting.
I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer.
And I feel like you go through the tutorial where he is not a curse bearer, so you don't expect him.
My wife's being big brain. Then there's the middle-aged man guy I saw on South Waragasui Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the curse stones in his hand. He had a nervous air about him too. It was clear he was up to some shady business.
He just looks like the fucking teacher from behind.
It's not.
I know, but it looks like it. Like,
Yeah, because all Japanese teachers look like creeps.
he's just like a block with shaggy hair.
Yeah, that's true. Gathering soul drugs, I bet he make a good target. Next up is a pair, a young man and a woman I saw near Ryoku Bridge. This time, the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left.
Okay.
I thought he was just gonna be like, "Ah, shit," kills him.
Looks like they lurk around there often. Looking for kindred spirits would be my guess.
Okay.
Though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair.
You don't say when she walked away when he died the one time.
Ah, yeah, she couldn't care less.
Gathering soul dregs in a group might be a decent idea if you could make it work. But with things being how they are, it's got to be hard to find folks one can trust. They've got brass though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Last is two detectives I've seen sniffing around.
Sniff, sniff. The police are involved?
Not necessarily. A body turned up in the Logo Park a few days ago, so they might just be looking around to that.
They have a good alibi.
Yeah.
They're really the only ones with a good alibi to be walking around late at night.
Yup. Ain't nobody gonna suspect them for having a curse stone. Still, the park's got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that did the guy in. And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's got to be up.
How do you know where they're from?
Let's just say that when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. Oh, my lost love at Rio. I still remember his pursed lips to this day.
We would purse our lips from across the room at each other.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Anyway, that's everyone who's caught my eye. You would tell
found-
me how nice my pecs looked.
You found You found all of them in so little time? I really did hire the best.
Yeah, I was the best, right next to Rio. It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai P.I.
JoJo pose!
No, wait, make that Richter Kai Investigator Extraordinaire.
But the PI had the
Whatever.
rhyme. My, an investigator extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention to yourself?
You bet, an investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit.
Well, that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising. Am I right?
Whichever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. It seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there are still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get to the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. I condone murder by other people, but not by my clients.
I mean, he just doesn't want to be an accomplice. He knows things are going to go down.
That's true.
Is something wrong?
No, really. It just stuck me. It's been 20 years since the Nejima murders.
So it has. We did talk about that literally 5 minutes ago.
Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life.
That makes my my little guess there seem like even more probable.
What was your guess?
That it had to do something with her son's kidnapping.
This president for first-time offenders being allowed out of parole after 20 years.
Yeah, it's just getting more sus as we go on, Faye.
Only if they're found to show remorse and desire to reform themselves, of course.
That's right. I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society.
I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation.
Oh, really?
They keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employers.
You're gonna go to bed? Bye-bye. Good night, Muffin. I hope you sleep well. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night.
They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities so they won't be recognized in the workplace.
Okay. I'm trying to think who it could possibly... I'm trying to think if anyone we've met could possibly be that person. They would be someone more likely around Boss's age or her age. It can't be Richter and it can't be Ario because they both know each other. And they both would have been too young. You know?
Yeah, so because this thing's been 20 years and they were already old, this has to be a really old person.
Yeah. Like, it would... Oh, yeah, it would have to be someone around Boss's age.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because even she would be too young, 'cause she was a schoolgirl at the time.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay, so someone who's an old man. And it can't be Boss, because he obviously was working and has...
He was the one who caught him.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh, I gotta stand up.
My. The way you put it. It's like you're saying Fumichika Nijima could be on parole right now. Back in society under a new name with nobody any the wiser.
It's possible.
You think there should be a rule where they would inform like potential witnesses who could be in danger. Well, whatever.
It's fine. Japan wants people. That's how they cut the population, apparently.
As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back.
Well, if it's a few months back, then he wasn't out enough to do the kidnapping, unless he set it up while in jail. But
No, because the kidnapping was a year
ago. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was... If he only got out a few months ago, then that doesn't work.
Oh yeah, he was in jail for 20 years, and then the kid got kidnapped a year ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was still in jail. I don't know if it was Nejima, but a discussion just now did bring it to mind.
I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too.
What was it?
I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago when I saw someone. A janitor, I think, and I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nejima.
Da-na-na-na.
No!
Da-na-na-na. Oh?
He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner
A
than I
little.
remembered, too.
A little.
I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps... Old Man Jenkins! Also, you don't understand, like, from the student perspective, like, they basically had talked about how this janitor was, like, super nice and all.
Yep. And they also mentioned that he started working a few months ago.
Yeah, that is true. Perhaps it was him after all. But I feel like there should be, like, even, like, okay, so even if you're allowed to come back in society and work in society...
Why allow them to work
like,
with
in a
the
high
same people
school,
that you killed a high school kid?
I feel like there would be a rule about you can't work around children. Like,
considering you murdered children.
Okay, well, anyway.
The law is stupid.
So, what next?
The big question now is what's the rest of the curse bearers are up to? Luckily, Distamita River is a great distance from any of the 7 mysteries.
You know, it's interesting enough, though, because if that is Nejima, he is the one confirmed smoker. He would have a lighter on him, most likely.
Ooh, you right.
Yeah, you have to be vetted to work near kids here in the UK. You have to do that for the US, too. Like, even, like, as a student yourself, like, to volunteer and work with children, you need to be vetted and make sure, like, you can't have, like, any crimes or anything in, like, the past.
Related to children.
Yeah.
Either. Cause like I don't even think they care if it's been like so long ago that you've committed a crime against a child, but like, you know, so long as you've committed a crime against a child, nope.
Mm-hmm.
I read the line.
Oh.
It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think.
I see. All right.
So, you see that suspend that down there?
Yeah.
So basically, you've come to a halt in which you cannot progress any further in this line.
Okay, so we just
But
suspend.
it's not an end. So this is not an ending. You just suspend time, basically.
You cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation has changed, select resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chart. Okay.
Alrighty. I'm getting very sleepy, wife.
Okay, well, it's about to hit 2 a.m. Do you think we should end it here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so invested in the story! Okay.
I mean...
It's okay, because
well,
this will be a lot, I'm sure.
yeah, this one's gonna be a lot.
It's kind of interesting, like, coming from Yako's storyline first, and then going and getting this information later. You're like, oh my god!
Yeah. A lot more, like, you're clicking, like, so basically, the difference is, if you do the thing, like, how they want you to do it, which is Haruhi's line, then Tetsuo's, then Yako's, you start to, like, already know the entirety of Yako's thing before you actually get to that point. Well, the complete opposite happens of, like, you know everything, the end results, and, like, their point of views, but not what led up to it.
I kind of like going backwards more.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more of, like, an interesting, like, oh my god, like, kind of feeling, too.
Yeah. And you're making a lot more, like, what about this?
What about that?
Oh, it's our weird little save slots.
Should I say I'll save that one? I'll do this one.
we gotta make sure she's drowning on at least one of them.
Oh my god. Alright, I think this would be a good stopping point too, yeah.
Invested.
I am very invested. I want to keep playing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why this game is so good.
I just love mysteries. Like, they're so good.
It's so hard to find one like this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you like it, but...
Alright. Who do we want to raid? Should we raid Yin? I see Yin's on.
Yin! Let's go raid my Gaga!
Okay.
My room smells of soup!
Soup! But thank you everyone for hanging out, and thank you Faye for playing along with me and listening to me. Oh, look, she's sleeping. Mwah. For listening to me ramble, and like I always feel like in these kind of games I'm just like hand on wall, like look at where the lines match up. It's just that Always Sunny meme.
the Pepe thing.
Good night, Kate and Faye. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the raids from Lunatic, Alzak, and Sinu today. That was very nice from all of them. And yeah. Thank you also for the follows and some resubs. And I will be taking tomorrow off, but I will be back Wednesday with some Genshin. And then yeah, Faye, anything you want to say before I end?
He's nuts.
D's nuts. So true. All right. Give Yin our love, and I'll see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.